Good morning folks, and welcome to a sunny Whipsnade Zoo on the 23rd of December 2023, otherwise known as Christmas Eve. If that makes any sense. We're here to wish you a hippo Christmas, or basically because we're here with the animals. So the idea originally I had was to do like the 12 days of Christmas, like 3 lions sleeping and things like that sort, but that got a bit stupid, so I thought we'd just come around and show you the animals, spend a bit of time with our animal friends. It's rather quiet here today, but I suppose that's with people visiting family and relatives. These are our animal family, our friends. We've been coming here for decades, simply love it here. It's really nice and peaceful today, although rather chilly. So let's set about that. Let's go on and do this. Like a fine hippo soup. Not the sort of soup you want for Christmas, unless you want two rather large porky characters around the Christmas table. There's a pygmy hippo there. We have a European lynx over there. Looks like it's having its breakfast, whatever that'll be. Certainly won't be cornflakes. Some sort of meat that it's just licking and devouring. But yeah, they're actually quite bigger than you think. Probably the size of a Labrador golden retriever. Here comes a galloping wolverine. That will either be Puff or Tiffy. A mad creature, always on the go, otherwise known as a honey badger. To be honest with you, it really is a shame with the bears that they've got this thing they do now called topar, which is more or less like a mini hibernation, so they can conserve energy and sleep. It's not enforced, it's encouraged, and it's just sort of so they can do something more natural. So it's not a bear we're looking at in the bear enclosure, but just a little squirrel with its head up over there. But if they do fancy a walk around, they are free to do so, which is the main thing. But it is encouraged that they try and rest up, sort of what they would probably do more so in the wild. These bears were very young when they came here, and they were orphaned, so they've had no mother to learn off, so it's all got to be done by the staff. But they're safe, and that's the main thing. You will certainly be able to sense the wind factor from the noise blowing in the background on the camera itself. But it's an iconic view from up here at the edge here of Dunstable Downs, Whipsnade Zoo. Sorry about the noise effects. It's a bit sort of, it winds you up after a while, but it can't be helped. And without it, you will not get these beautiful scenes. We are based over the distance, probably about 12 miles that direction. That would be Bletchley, Milton Keynes just to the side of that. Luton further around to our right, Dunstable Downs, Northampton further in the distance, and over to your left, that is Oxfordshire over there. We're travelling around this area quite a lot in 2024, but I want to get away from here right now because it is freezing. This tree that's been felled here, I just noticed something. Everyone knows the painting, the scream. Look at the face there in the wood. A couple of Santa's little helpers right here. Not as fluffy and furry as you'd imagine. Really placid but stunningly beautiful. No, you don't want to eat that, that's a bit of plastic. Well, you be good and help Santa, and we'll catch you later. Merry Christmas, Santa's reindeer. Me and Rachel were just trying to work out. We know it's Dancer, Prancer, Dasher, Comet, Vixen. What are the other ones?
Rudolph.
Rudolph. I'm not sure. If you can remember, you can turn around and say so in the comments. Wow, these guys must have been born late on in the year. There's some free roaming Mara with some babies. It's like the world's largest guinea pig. But yeah, unseasonable. Usually sort of spring, early summer they would have young, but these look to have been born well late. But good luck to them. Rachel's just saying it's perfect conditions, weather for these guys, all the wind about on the gliders. Just slowly hovering around. That one locks if it's, well, looks, not locks. If it's static, you just see it gently drifting away. I could not think of anything worse, to be honest with you, than being a plane, or, well, a plane is basically a glider, a plane without an engine, so you've got no control if it decides to do something. Nah, not for me. Only thing I could think worse than that is jumping out of a perfectly good aircraft. Big bird, or birds. Actually, that's an interesting thing. What actually is Big Bird? The yellow one out of Sesame Street. Was it an ostrich, an emu? I'm not sure. These are currently the world's largest birds. But when you think the significance of a bird that predates them, called the moa, was 5 times the size of that. Epic dinosaur proportions. One of our lionesses sitting proudly there on that log. Just look at the balance she's got. They're all very young. I believe the 2 lionesses are slightly older than the young male, who is pretty much an adolescent. But they will breed at some point, and we will have a plethora of cubs causing havoc here. She is stunning. Beautiful big girl. The 2 girls there are actually stalking the ostrich in the other bed. We never get to her, of course, but interesting to see the instincts are definitely there. The flamingos adding an element of colour to this festive season. Why you have an electric fence here, I don't know. They're not going to attack you. Maybe it's to keep us out rather than them the other way around. There's a few ducks in there pretending to be flamingos. You see, obviously the younger ones are the ones that are more white or pale. They start off grey. Actually, I don't actually think that's a flamingo. I think we have a rogue in there. I haven't got a clue what that is. It's got flamingo beak though.
And it's got flamingo legs as well, so...
But it's brown.
I suspect it's a baby.
I thought the baby started off like a grey, then they went white, then they went pink. But yeah, because that looks quite large. Must obviously be a rare breed. But yes, brings us to happier, warmer times. And we will certainly be back in Orlando, Florida next October. It simply wouldn't be a zoo day without coming and say hello to our special friends, the elephants.
What do you think? What do you think?
Baby Nang there with her mother Donna and the rest of the female herd. The male will be in a pen to the side. Trust me, they're quite comfortable being here in this pen. They're not sort of fenced up. They've got paddocks out the back to the side of me, a ton of area and space that they can go in. They're just pretty much in here because it keeps them safe, because it gets boggy out there and they can get sort of wedged or stuck.
That's a thief!
Effortlessly moving that log. Perhaps put it in position to stand on, I believe, to get what's in that little gathering up there, the hay bales. So intelligent, so smart. Here we go. See, we probably wouldn't have felt, or thought, should I say, to do that. And that's just how clever she is. She moved that log into place so she can balance on it. As you can see, both pads at the front balancing on the log to give her better position to get ourselves a tasty treat. And it's obviously something they've taught each other, because this wouldn't have been the elephant keepers, etc. They've learnt this themselves. This little Nang there playing with her own little branch. But every one of them's doing it. And if you're thinking about Christmas and presents, etc., these guys will actually have their own presents to open on Christmas Day. A lot of the animals do. Usually it's their feed that's wrapped up and gives them something of interest to do. Mostly covered in the likes of peanut butter and honey and syrups, etc. All natural, nothing sugar added. Give themselves a tasty treat. The chimps even have the likes of crackers even. Spit me words out, plus little boxes, little tubes, etc. They get their little fingers up. A real effort is made. The real great thing about today is the freedom of movement. You can be 200-300 meters in any direction away from the next human. This isn't as bad round here as it used to be. This whole area used to be a bit of a floodplain, but over the years I've added some sort of drainage around here, so it's not too bad. You get little boggy patches, but you can still walk around. You used to have to get as far as the back and think, okay, no further for us today, which is all pretty cool. I was going to turn off to the right and make me way around the back of the tigers, although there's one tiger now, Zara. The rest have moved on. It's just that I noticed out of the corner of my eye one of the black rhinos was playing out over here, and you don't usually see them out this time of year, so I thought we'd go and say hello quickly before moving on. Wow, how cool is he or she? I can't remember which one this is. Looks as if I've had some treatment on their hind. Possibly again the problem you get with the birds. They get a little wound and the birds sit on their back and peck away, and it gets infected, and then they have to have some form of treatment. As I was saying before with the elephants, you say about the little bits with food in. The reason why the rhino will be playing about with that drum is it will be full of tasty treats. Probably seeds, fruit, veg. Effortlessly That thing probably weighs something in the region of 20 kilos.
No, I'm gonna get you.
The Whipsnade station, just the carriages there, the engines will be in the locomotive shed at the back. They will probably not run again till the new year. There's just not the people to serve it, to be honest with you. But it is a beautiful little train. Our red panda family appears to have taken over the shed for the winter period. Well, why not? It's nice and warm in there. They're free to access it. Plenty of room. They can all get in there together. And they look comfortable. There we have a sleeping panda up there in a tree. Don't worry too much about them being cold, because obviously they come from parts of China where they get a plethora of snow, so they're used to it. There used to be just the two of these guys, now we have a family of 7 with all the pups. Is it pups or is it cubs? I think it's pups. One of the elder ones, they were called Peanut and Pistachio, but in honour of my sister we actually call ourselves Debs. It looks like they're nesting again. Unless they're just having that for eat. All huddling together with Mum. That is certainly one beautiful little family right there. It actually appears that they made themselves a little play den right there, because their actual living quarters, their little living den, is that green little hut over there. That's where they nest up. This looks like a little play area for them that they've created for them by themselves. Anyway, let's let them be and wish them a Merry Christmas. Off they go. We got one of our giraffes out at the back there, the rest of them are in their pen with all their food sources ready for Christmas. Let's go and have a look at this guy. He is quite content out there by himself, or herself. Now my guess is, I've mentioned this before, with a lot of these creatures, they like what is called lichen, which you see in there, the moss that's on the rock. It's like a fine delicacy for them. They've got to get moisture and nourishment out of it. As a little Mara comes into sight. Look at the size difference, little and large. Yeah, it's certainly got an interest in what's on them rocks. Incredibly long blue tongue. Have a visitor. One of the other members of the family's come out. I was thinking for a minute, that could actually be Wilfred. It is definitely one of the smaller of the giraffes. That could be Wilfred and his mum. Yeah, that's Wilfred. Definitely the size comparison. as they will grow to 16 foot tall, and him himself is probably about maybe 12 foot at the moment. Born just after Armistice Day last October, November even should I say, and named after a poet from the Second World War, I believe.
Giant squirrels too.
I didn't really expect these guys to be up, knowing that they love the warm and would have cuddled over, but I think there's people with leaf blowers or chainsaws doing maintenance, so the African wild dogs are being curious and having a look. Certainly more active than our feline friends, the big cats. They're quite happy to run around all day. Don't ever confuse them for a domesticated dog. They're more similar to a hyena. Hunting packs. Still pretty timid and afraid of man. But far outperform in strike rates in hunting as a pack than what the lions actually do.
Remember, they look just like the ones that
Beautiful markings. He just trots like a big dog. With Mickey Mouse ears. Hi there. So colourful. So one has stayed on guard while the other one sort of, where's that noise coming from? I'll go and have a look. Just sitting here, not moved. Similar to our elephant friends, the rhinos are spending time together in their pen where it's nice and firm, they can't get stuck, and they enjoy each other's company. You may be asking yourselves, why is there one rhino this side? Is that because he's a bull male and he gets a bit frisky and it upsets the girls and they all face him off. They're pretty timid, but they will charge him down. Little baby Nandy isn't so tiny anymore. Tucked away at the back there. There you go, her head just up in the air. They're all healthy, that's the main thing. And they'll come to no harm here whatsoever. They're beautiful horns. Sought after, unfortunately, by poachers. Well and truly protected here. Right, let's let them be. Wish them a Merry Christmas, because I think the weather's about to turn. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for today's vlog. I've had a great time. Rachel sat and had a coffee most of it, although you didn't come out.
No, thank you.
Maybe the first hour you did, but then it got a bit cold for you, and then it was left for me and Scooby to have a look around with his brothers. It's been good. It's been quiet, that's for sure. There's not been the plethora of people that are usually come around here, but you can kind of expect that on Christmas weekend, this being Christmas Eve. And with that guys, enjoy your Christmas as best you can if you celebrate it. If not, have a good weekend, and we will see you probably between now and the new year. That's the plan anyway. I'll sort of recap on what's gone on over the year. It's not been a particularly good one, that's for sure. I just want to bury my head in the sand for Christmas this year, to be honest with you. It's too upsetting. But with that guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the movies. Merry Christmas. Bye for now.
Merry Christmas.